Hey, Cafe of Knowledge. How everybody doing today? Let's talk about this Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. They are accused of touching two siblings in an inappropriate way. Okay, they are accused of grooming and M-wording these two siblings. Okay, now if a lot of people don't know, Tiffany Haddish is the one who played in Girls Trip, okay? And it's Aries Spears. He used to play in Mad TV years ago. I hadn't seen anything really from him in years and years and years. They say that he was doing comedy and things like that. But he popped up when I saw him again since Mad TV, because I don't, he's not my cup of tea. I never really thought he was funny or anything like that. Never really thought Tiffany was funny or anything like that. I liked the Girls Trip, but that was about it. I tried to look at some comedy skits, some comedy shows she was doing and things like that. But I think that I got kind of turned off of Tiffany when Tiffany went to a award show with either a bucket of chicken or a thing of chicken, eating it like that's all black people do or love is chicken, and that just threw me all off with her right there. But anyway, family, so that's what they were accused of. Okay, now this Aries Spears, he popped up here just about 2 weeks ago, and he was degrading Lizzo. Okay? And so when I saw it, I was like, why was he talking about Lizzo so bad? Because I mean, Lizzo is cool. She don't bother nobody. You don't too much hear her going back and forth with nobody, anything. Lizzo is pretty cool. So I was just wondering, well, what made him say anything about Lizzo? Well, he was doing an interview about 2 weeks ago, family, and the guy said, what about Lizzo? Because she make good music. I guess they was on the topic of music. What about Lizzo? She make good music or whatever. And he said, Lizzo? And then he just went in on Lizzo about her weight. And now this was about 2 weeks ago. And let y'all hear what he said about Lizzo so that y'all could kind of be on track with this here. But he was doing that interview, and for some reason, he just wanted to lay into Lizzo about her weight. So, you know me, family. I'm like, okay, when a man says something about a woman weight like that, or just saying something about it, I was like, I wonder, do he got a crush on Lizzo, or was he just trying to get Lizzo attention? But a lot of people did not like it at all. Okay, and in case anybody don't know who I'm talking about here, this is Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. Okay, and these are the two who are named in this disturbing lawsuit that's involving these kids. Okay, these two siblings, which is a boy and a girl. Okay, so these are the two that is in a whole lot of hot water right now. Okay, and let me show y'all what he said about Lizzo. Okay, now this is what he said about Lizzo for no reason. This was about 2 weeks ago, family. Okay, this was about 2 weeks ago.
Lizzo, I can't get past the fact that Lizzo, I can't cliche nigga in the world. But I still, when you funny and you got swagger and confidence and you're decent looking, I think I'm at least handsome, you get pussy. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble. You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay, queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Y'all claim womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister. When it comes to that ridiculous shit. But y'all won't fucking be real and go, sister, put the eclair down. This ain't it. It's treadmill time.
Okay, and then this is also what he said.
But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble. Somebody that actually make good music, man, Lizzo.
Check it out. Listen to it again.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji. Very beautiful girl. She got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. What up, this your boy Aries Spears. I had to put the Yankee on for this one. Listen, I know I'm trending right now because of the Lizzo joke.
Okay, now, this right here, family. Now, y'all heard him talking about Lizzo for no reason. Like 2 weeks ago, right? Before this here story come out. Well, 2 weeks ago, the man said, what about Lizzo? Because Lizzo make good music, this right here. And he like, Lizzo? And he just went in talking about, she looked like a poop emoji and all this stuff here. Now, once everybody, family, started lighting his butt up. They started lighting him up, going in. A lot of people from different cultures, but especially black women, they went in on him about talking about Lizzo. They lit some fire up under his butt, okay? Now, this right here that you're getting ready to see is him coming back, and people thought he was finna do an apology about just dogging Lizzo like that. But no, family, listen to what he said. He went in harder. Seemed like he started going in. Hold on. He started going in on not only Lizzo, but the black women. And he was doing that in the interview we just saw. He said something about Lizzo. Then he said how black women be like, oh, they call themselves queens and this and that, but they won't tell her this, that. So he was really he was throwing shade, hard shade on Lizzo, and he was throwing some shade at black women. Okay? Now, once these black women got into his ass, then he came back, and this is what you finna see next, which people thought was going to be kind of an apology, but instead, it seemed like he wanted to kind of get nasty some more about the situation. So here it's coming up when he's laying in the bed with his milk dud looking ass. There you go. Okay, now family, right there, I'm going to let that little clip right there play again. But notice, this milk dud said, y'all, because everybody, black women was coming at him so hard, and a lot of other people, even Mike Epps, stood up for Lizzo. And he said something about it, And listen to this milk dud say, y'all deal in emotions. Y'all ain't dealing with facts. come with some facts. And 2 weeks later, it's some facts that dropped in a video about him and Tiffany Haddish. See, sometimes you have to be careful what you ask for. But anyway, check it out. Check it out, family. Check out that. Y'all need to deal in facts. Okay? Now this nigga talking about if there's any women out there that want to get him some to get some of this roof or whatever, baby, that's too much tons of fun laying up in that bed here. Too much tons of fun. But anyway, so you hear him say that black women are, because the people, black women especially, was coming at him so hard, he gonna say that y'all always in y'all feelings. Y'all always trying to say something. Y'all don't never come. Y'all deal in y'all emotions. Y'all don't never deal in facts. That's what he said now. Right? But then 2 weeks later, dealing with some facts here. Okay? With this videotape that was put out of him and Tiffany Haddish doing some disturbing things to these two siblings. This little boy, and this little girl. Okay? So, sometimes you have to be careful what you ask for. Okay? Because all that black women, all emotional, whatever, me being fat or whatever, that. Okay? Y'all come with some facts. Y'all come at me, y'all come with some facts. This was 2 weeks ago now. All of a sudden, about 2 weeks later, running that big mouth, a videotape was released, a lawsuit was dropped, and everything from this boy and this girl about them grooming them, about him and Tiffany Haddish grooming them for in an inappropriate way, explicit. Okay, so we finna get into that because it's so many articles that had so many things. It's all the stories are kind of similar, and some of them have more information than others. So I really read a lot of articles to just see what is the bulk of the information about this thing here. Okay, and that's what I did. Now, Tiffany Haddish and this Aries Spears was accused of some disturbing things. And on that video, I couldn't get through all the family that they have floating around of, because there's a video out there of those kids and Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. And I didn't even get halfway in. I didn't want to do that. I felt it was disturbing to me. But I want to let y'all know what they said about this information that's going on with him and Tiffany. Okay? Unbelievable. Whew. Okay. So, let me read this, and I want to say this advisory because there's some people that, they don't like to hear certain things, or may be uncomfortable about certain things, or I don't want anyone to get triggered about this story, because I'm reading the articles and stuff that was put out. Like I said, I read a lot of different ones. So let's go into this, and if you feel yourself getting triggered or whatever, please click off. Okay, but I'm just going to read what it's saying. It says, the woman and her younger brother have accused two comedians in a new lawsuit of grooming them when they were children and coercing them into filming sexually explicit skits. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles court on Tuesday by siblings identified only as Jane Doe, now 22, and John Doe, who was born in 2007. They say he's 15 now, okay? Jane Doe, who is John's legal guardian, is the plaintiff in the lawsuit. And she's filing the lawsuit for herself and her younger brother, on her younger brother's behalf. The lawsuits allege that Haddish and Spears coerced the siblings when they were children to take part in sexually explicit skits in separate incidents, which they said stole the youth of the 7-year-old child and a 14-year-old child. Okay? Attorneys for Haddish and Spears said the lawsuit is a shakedown, meaning that they saying that the lawyer's saying that, oh, this lawsuit is they just want money from Tiffany and Aries Spears, okay? Now, attorney for Tiffany Haddish said the plaintiff's mother had been trying to assert these bogus claims against Haddish for several years. Haddish has previously shown she would not be shaken down. Now the accuser is an adult, and she's representing herself and her younger brother in this lawsuit. The siblings knew Haddish and Spears as children because their mother shared a close relationship with Haddish, according to the lawsuit. In 2013, Haddish appeared as a guest speaker at a summer camp Jane Doe, then 14, attended. The lawsuit said during the visit, Haddish allegedly told Jane that she had the perfect role for her. Neither Jane nor her mother were aware of what the shoot would entail, the lawsuit alleged. A court adding only Spears and Haddish knew the storyline for the skit. The skit ended up involving Haddish teaching Jane how to mimic fellatio, the lawsuit alleged. And, y'all know what that means, okay? And, hold on, because it's more. Whew. Okay. In the incident, the lawsuit said a video had begun playing in the recording studio showing an older man and college-age woman arguing over a sub sandwich before eventually starting to eat the sandwich simultaneously from either end. The two appeared to moan and make sexual noises as they both ate the sandwich in a manner that stimulated the acts of fellatio, the lawsuit said. Okay? Physically, emotionally, and mentally uncomfortable, plaintiff Jane Doe mimicked the acts that Haddish and Spears wanted her to do so she could go home, it said. The lawsuit alleged that the next year, Haddish told the siblings' mother she had a role for the younger brother, John. then 7 years old, for a skit. She only said it was a sizzling reel for Nickelodeon, the lawsuit stated, okay? The plaintiff's mother dropped off John and Jane, though, together so that Jane could chaperone. But the siblings were told that they needed to be separate for the Nickelodeon skit, the lawsuit alleged. It said John was later stripped down, the little John Doe was later stripped down to his underwear for a skit titled Through a Pedophile Eyes, about a child being left with a man played by Spears who looks at the child lustfully in multiple scenes before massaging John with oil and later getting into a bathtub with him and forcing the child closer to him in the tub. In the final scene, the child is portrayed as looking lustfully at Spears, who is wearing only shorts, before beginning to rub oil onto his body, the lawsuit said. Now, before I finish, family, let me tell y'all this. The video that they're talking about has went viral. The video dropped, here lately. And a lot of people looked at it, and it's a lot of reporters that looked at it, and it's a lot of bloggers and content creators and stuff that looked at it because they needed to report on this story. And a lot of people want to see was the video as bad as what the lawsuit is stating it is. And everybody who have seen it said it was disturbing, very disturbing. Now, I seen, like I told y'all earlier, I only got about not even middle ways into, I couldn't do it. It was very disturbing to me. So this is a video with Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears in it. You see the little boy, and unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I don't know. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable, family. So let me finish reading this lawsuit. Okay. The video ended with the words, "Watch who you leave your kids with." So after all this was done, family, it showed in the video, family, where Aries Spears sitting in the chair and the little boy is in his undies, sitting on the floor playing. And Spears is sitting in a chair and he got a newspaper over his face with holes in it where he could see through it, and he's lusting after the child. Okay? And as the things happen with the tub scene and all this stuff, they put the little boy in a tub and all this, and then it's just crazy, okay? Now, once all that was over with the tub thing, the skit shows the little boy back. Now, this is supposed to be a funny skit, okay? But the boy, then, after all this, they are back downstairs, and Spears is at a table or whatever, and the little boy now is sitting in a chair with a newspaper with the holes cut out of it. Now they have it where the boy at the end of it was lusting after Aries Spears, the way Aries Spears was lusting after him in the beginning of the skit, okay? And that's when this little skit ends, and it has a title saying, watch who you leave your kids with, okay? So let's continue on to talk about what this lawsuit said. It says the video ends with the words, "Watch who you leave your kids with." Appears on the scene, the lawsuit alleged. Okay, after filming, Mr. Doe called his Mr. Doe, the little boy, called his mother crying, saying he did not want to film anymore. The lawsuit said. The lawsuit alleged that the plaintiff's mother repeatedly asked both Spears and Haddish about what was filmed that made her son cry. But Spears at one point told her the footage was still not edited and said he would get back to her about providing the unedited footage. Haddish said she did not have a copy of the footage, the lawsuit alleged, but said it was meant to be a funny skit. Days later, Spears told the mother that John had been so uncooperative that the footage was unusable and was deleted, the lawsuit alleged. Okay? It was not until around 4 years later, in June 2018, that the mother learned that the skit featured her son had been published online, including on the Funny or Die website. The mother, upset, stated she would have never let her son participate in a pedophile child porn skit, the lawsuit alleged. Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting. Now, this is the website Funny or Die, okay? So Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content, a spokesman for the platform said in a statement. Okay? This here website said, "We are not involved with this developing, with developing this thing, with funding this thing, or production of this video, or none of that. It was uploaded to the site as users generate content, and it was removed in 2018, immediately after becoming aware of its existence." Okay, they said. So they said they removed it immediately after they saw the existence of this video. Okay? The lawsuit alleged that both Jane and John have developed social disorders, with Jane unable to trust anyone since the incident, and John suffering from depression and anxiety. They are suing Haddish and Spears for damages. So, there you go, family. And like I said, the lawyer said, they said that Tiffany lawyer said that this was a shakedown and all that, and that they was only making these claims to get money and things like that. There's a video out there, family, and it has Tiffany face in it, Tiffany Haddish is in it, that man, Aries Spears is in it, that little boy is in it. You see what I'm saying? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So it's a difference when you say, oh, it's a shakedown, and somebody just accusing you of something or whatever, and it's kind of hard to prove it because there's no footage, there's no evidence, and no. In this case, this video here done went viral. This video here done went viral. And there's some people that have it on their platform, and there's some people that blocks some of the most explicit parts out or inappropriate parts out. They blocked it, and then they still showing the video because people are getting the word out, of people are showing, and you know it was something else. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about a shakedown? I'm like, a shakedown when your eyes are looking at a lot of the disturbing behavior in this video, until where I only went about halfway through. You know, once I seen a little boy in his drawers and he had the newspaper, Aries Spears had the newspaper with some eyes cut out and lusting after look. Nah. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. You know what I'm saying? And the boy and the girl didn't know nothing about no moaning. Now the girl was supposed to have been doing a skit or something to where they showed her a film or a movie or something, or a little commercial or something, where they're lusting after she's supposed to been moaning and stuff when she eating something, like it's good, but it's supposed to been a moan and all this stuff in there. So look here. First of all, these kids don't know nothing. Them kids didn't know nothing about moaning because they had to be taught to moan. They didn't know none of that. They didn't know nothing about no moaning. They did not know nothing about the hand jacks. And now, yeah, I know what I'm talking about the hand jack. They don't know nothing about none of this. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about no moaning sound and getting into the tub with grown ass men and all that. They didn't know nothing about that. That's teaching the kids how to perform sexual acts. See, you're teaching the kids that. And I know it was some people that said, well, do you consider them pedos even though they didn't have sex with them? I really don't consider that, being a pedophile. Let me tell you something. If you think like a pedo, if you demonstrate pedo behavior, if you hide pedo behavior from the parents, and you know you hiding it because you heard them in the lawsuit. Allegedly, they were saying that the mother was saying, "What did y'all do?" or "What? Why is he crying?" or whatever, and they kept on making up excuses so the mother couldn't see that footage. But that footage did go on the website, on the internet. So if anyone coerce a child to do something, that's pedo thinking. If anyone teaches a child how to do certain moans with a lollipop, that's just like, think about it, people. If you have an ice cream or a lollipop or a sucker or anything like that, and you give it to a child and you tell them, lick it like this, lick it like that, put it in your mouth and jerk it back and forth. Do it. No, you ain't doing it right. See, you got to do it like this. If you are teaching a child how to demonstrate anything that's related to sexual behavior, that means you thinks like a pedo. So what's the difference between thinking like one and physically being involved with that kid, like in the bed? It's no different, because if you think like that, it won't be long before them actions comes to pass. So don't tell me that, oh, well, it was meant to be funny. They was just showing the kids how to do these explicit acts. It was just meant to be funny. They were just showing. Who does that? Who show kids how to do explicit acts with objects? Who put baby oil? Have kids putting baby oil on them while they in the underclothes, and it's supposed to be a skit because we are doing a skit on pedos. Watch who you leave your kids with. better ways to get the message out to parents about watch who you leave your kids with than having and demonstrating it with the kids. Come on now, people. So I found it disturbing. It was a lot of people upset and they are outraged about this here lawsuit that just hit down this week. It's a lot of people upset about it, but then you also had some people saying, well, they didn't sleep with the kids. That lets you know how confused this world really is and how much a lot of our kids might be in a hell of a lot of danger. Because if people feel like because these two grown people didn't sleep with these kids, but had these kids demonstrating explicit acts, that is nothing wrong with it. They didn't. I don't consider them a pedo if they was just showing them what to do. What the fuck? What? Are you serious? That's pedo thinking. Because it's a hell of a lot of ways to tell parents to watch who you leave your kids with than using the kids and making the kids do disturbing behavior. Point blank period. Point blank period. So y'all can miss me with that shit there. Y'all can miss me with that. And my question is, did anybody fiddle with Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears when they was little? That's what I want to know. Did anybody fiddle with them? Because I just can't see anyone with a very toxic mindset and a toxic heart to do something like that to a 7-year-old and a 14-year-old at the time. Now the girl is 22 now and the boy is 15. That was 8 years ago. Okay? But I just can't see that, So this all was before Tiffany Haddish did Girls Trip. Because Girls Trip was done in 2017. That was 5 years ago. Okay? This here incident happened 8 years ago. 2013. Okay? Something like that. But I know it was 8 years ago. So it was this incident here with the kids or whatever happened way before Tiffany Haddish even played in that movie Girls Trip. Yeah. Boy, this entertainment business is something else. People watch our children very closely. Watch them very closely because this is not only happening in the entertainment world, this is happening in millions of homes throughout the United States every day. Every day. It really is. So be careful and pay close attention to your children. Because you heard them say that Tiffany Haddish was close friends to the mother. The reason why Tiffany Haddish was able to get access to the kids like that. And then do this skit with Aries Spears. This explicit, disturbing skit. So just pay attention to your children, what's going on in their life, who they hanging with. Pay attention to other children they hanging with. Pay attention to other teens they hanging with. Pay attention to adults that they're hanging with. Pay attention to people that's around them and spending time with them. Don't take nothing for granted. But let me tell you about this Aries Spears. I think Calmer let loose on his ass. After those degrading remarks about Lizzo. Because I feel it's quite strange that right after he called himself humiliating and degrading and dogging Lizzo, that bam! Lawsuit hit and the tapes was released or came back from somewhere because y'all heard him say in a lawsuit that The mother found out. See, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears had told the mother that, oh, because he was uncooperative, the tape had to be deleted. But really, that tape wasn't deleted. That tape was floating around on the internet, on some websites and stuff, you know? And then the mother seen it in 2018. That's when she started saying something, trying to get something done about it. But for some reason, it's like it just stayed. Somebody was keeping this here story very quiet. Somebody was hiding this story. Somebody was holding on to this story, and they've been holding on to this video, or they've been holding on to something for 8 years. And soon as that Aries Spears said something nasty and degrading about Lizzo, bam, that video came back to surface. It came back to life because the public didn't know anything about this. This had been going on 8 years. Didn't nobody know anything about it until here recently. So, karma hit that ass. Karma hit that ass hard. And I tell you, that's a disturbing video, and it's circulating, and it done went viral. You know? So somebody had to been holding on to this, and they released it on his ad, because he was bucked down because the black women was still getting on his butt, and he came back. Y'all seen him with no shirt on, 2 tons of fun, laying in the bed and talking shit. Y'all ain't come with facts. Come with facts. And all of a sudden, bam, here goes some facts. Now this is facts you can see. So somebody dropped the facts on his ass and Tiffany. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who was holding that tape so long. You know, but it was released. It was released. Who was the cameraman? That's what I want to know. Who was the cameraman that was filming this? Because family, inside this video, that thing was zooming in on the little boy undies and all that. Who was the cameraman? Not only should Tiffany and Aries be named inside this lawsuit, that cameraman too. Because that camera woman, well, who was the person? Because they just as guilty for filming something like that. Because you can clearly see Tiffany and Aries Spears are standing there talking. Little boy is standing over here. So who got the camera? Somebody got it, because it wasn't staying still. It was zooming and going. And it wasn't like they propped it up on nothing, I don't think. That thing, it looked like it had a camera person working that thing. Who was it? Yeah. I'm going to tell you. Somebody made sure that this right here story gained some attention this time. Some major attention. See, this been going on 8 years and the public didn't know. But it seemed like soon as he made that statement about Lizzo, this thing here got some major attraction. Major attraction. Hollywood ain't worth for nothing. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all watch y'all kids. Y'all watch y'all kids. And there's a way. It's like I said, with his big ass sitting up there talking shit. I'm trying to figure out, how do you almost be the same size as a person talking about their weight when you looking very unhealthy? Now, this nigga here ain't but 2 steps away from an oxygen tank. Yeah, fat ass. He ain't but 2 steps away from an oxygen tank talking shit to Lizzo. When he should have been getting on the phone. It's a way to tell any woman, if you want her to lose weight, it's a way to tell her that. And it's a better way than that right there. He should have been jumping on the phone, trying to get in contact with Lizzo and saying, hey, baby, hey, this is Aries Spears. When can me and you get together and do some exercise? Because me and you both are looking kind of unhealthy right now. So what can we do Let's meet up and let's go. Let's start going around the park together. Let's start doing that. That's what he should have been saying. Yeah. Talking about black women don't tell each other to exercise. Well, it look like black men don't tell each other to exercise either. Because all these niggas you been around should have clearly been told you look like a big 2 tons of farm milk dud. Uh-huh. They ain't tell you either, did they? So, shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Always trying to throw off on some black women or something. You know, he could have called Lizzo and offered to do some exercise because he needs it too. That's what he should have did. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now he know his big body is screaming for exercise. When he was laying on that bed, y'all seen him. Y'all know that man's body was screaming for exercise, but he chose to ignore it. Yeah. He chose to ignore it, but didn't want to talk about somebody else. Come on now. And for the black men, it ain't all of them now. I'm just talking to the certain one. I'm talking to these stepping fetches that love to degrade black women on their platform. I'm talking to y'all. For the black men who have this fetish for degrading black women, humiliating black women, just doing all that because they need attention or because they want click views and likes and stuff. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Because these sisters is not taking it no more. They're not tolerating it. They're not shitting on sisters all the time. Because you think that you making other cultures laugh or making your masses laugh. Shitting on the black women. Yeah, yeah, it's all you do. These old buck dancers. The black men just be tap dancing in them house nigga shoes when it come to black women. I'm talking about the ones that buck dance around here. Always got to degrade black women, humiliate black women. Yeah, they always buck dancing in them house nigga ass shoes. Yeah, just to get a click view and a like all the time. But black women are no longer tolerating it. They not tolerating it no more. I'm trying to tell you, degrading black women on these social media streets. All out in public on y'all big platform and stuff and think it's funny. Think it's a kiki ha moment. Find you somebody else to talk about. Leave the black women alone. We've been saying this for a minute now. We tired of it. But I guess Aries got a wake-up call, didn't he? Yeah, he got a wake-up call then because that seemed quite strange. He should have left Lizzo's name out of his mouth is what his big ass should have did. He should not said nothing about Lizzo because it didn't work out too well for you, bro. Didn't work because I'm telling you, karma came down on his ass like pure D lightning bolt. Bam! Now he in all kind. He ain't landing. He ain't made another video laying up in that bed talking shit since this here stuff done came out. Where your mouth at now, big dud? Where your mouth at now, you big milk dud? Where's that? I ain't heard that man say nothing. Now all of a sudden got a lawyer talking for him. No. Get your big ass back in the bed and talk shit again. Karma slapped your ass clean in the head on that one, didn't it? Yeah, But let me tell y'all something. I think some of these buck dancing black men, I don't know, but I think they missed the memo. Yeah, y'all missed the memo. So let me tell y'all about this. Black women are tired of y'all degrading them in public for your own little pockets and for your own little kiki ha click views and likes. They're tired of it. Now I don't know if black women are very powerful when they wants to be. And I don't care what nobody says. They only come together when they trying to destroy a black man. No, baby, let me tell you something. Because this black man, Aries Spears, when that other man on that interview said, Lizzo, how about Lizzo? Lizzo have good music. He could have said, well, I don't dig her music. I don't really listen to her music, so let's go to something else. No, instead, he wanted to dog Lizzo. So when I hear people say, black women always come together to bring another black man down, no, that black man brought his own self down by talking about Lizzo and then making a disturbing video with a child. You bring your own ass down. We just look at the fool when they fall. Yeah. That's what that is. But let me tell you, buck dancing black men, something, okay? The ones who do this buck dancing and all that stuff, y'all have to realize black women are very powerful when they come together. They really are. You got black women in Hollywood or Hollyweird, and you have black women who are rich out here in this world. You got black women who are poor out here in this world. You got black women who is all around this United States, throughout these United States streets, okay? They also have friends in different cultures that rocks with them, okay? Yeah, they do. So, when you go to degrading, that's what I told you, ass, we're tired of it, okay? And you still keep doing it. It's a lot of y'all. Still keep doing it. It's not many women are getting on the black women, getting on their platform, all everywhere, and dogging black men unless that black man has dogged them. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. You know? It don't make no sense. Don't realize. Want to keep on. Buck dancing. Tap dancing in them house ass nigga shoes. Yeah. And black women do stick together in public and in silence. And see, a lot of y'all see these buck dancing ones here. Y'all see black women raising hell all on the internet and going after a black man when he says something disrespectful about a black woman. But what a lot of you don't realize, the majority of the black women are moving in silence. They're not even coming on the internet telling you how disgusted they are. They handling that quietly in silence. Yeah. And it ain't sneaky. It's we demand the respect from the black men. Just like we gonna give it to you if you give it to us. If you step out of line, we gonna step on your ass in the line. That's how that go. That's how that go. Keep on talking about black women. Keep on making us be the butt of y'all damn jokes. Keep on. Keep on. Ask Aries how that shit turned out for him. But anyway, you know, I just hate that it's a lot of black brothers out here that just love to step on black women. They feel like they can't get that extra nickel or that extra dime without degrading black women. Won't degrade white women or nothing. No, no other cultures. No, it got to be the black women. Why? So now we have said, no longer taking it. No longer taking it. No longer taking it. And I tell you this. I want to tell you this. Just like a lot of black men, be careful about what they say about white women. Just like a lot of black men, be careful about what they say in public about the LGBTQ community. Because see, they use a lot of caution when it comes to the white woman and the LGBTQ community. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you better be just as careful when it comes to the BLACK women community, black women community. Just like you watch your mouth on everything else, you better start watching your mouth with us. Or we coming at your neck every time. We are tired of being the butt of our own black men joke. Yeah, we are. Now let that shit sink in. Yeah. And Tiffany Haddish, it ain't looking good for you, girl. It ain't looking good for you at all. It's really not. But we're gonna stay on top of this story, family, and we're gonna keep on. I'm gonna do an update, but I'm really gonna try to wait. Lawsuits can take a year, 2 years, and be settled. I don't know, but when the outcome of this mess is finished, when the outcome is at its end, I'll come back and we'll talk about it again, family. Cause this don't make no sense. People, don't let your trust for somebody else interfere with the safety of your child. Let me say that again for the ones in the back. Don't let your trust that you have for somebody else interfere with your child's safety. Because there's a lot of people like this chick here said she knew Tiffany Haddish, so she trusted Tiffany Haddish with her child, with her kids. Don't let your trust that you have, just because you trust them, don't mean they can be trusted with your kids. You got to keep your kids closer than close. Yeah, you do. These days and age, you really do. And I just hope that these two kids, which one is an adult now, 22, and the other one is 15, I hope they get all the help they need, all the counseling they need, everything they need to get through this troubling time that they're having. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of victims blame themselves. And I just want them to understand it's not their fault. Don't go through life thinking it's your fault. Because a lot of victims blame themselves for things. And it's not their fault. You know? So, that's all I have to say about that. This is a very troubling story. I had to prepare myself hard to talk about this story. But that was the scoop about Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. We'll stay on top of it, family. Very heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. And that video, like I said, I couldn't get but halfway of that. But it's a lot of people that looked at it and feel just as disgusted as I am. That's all I have to say about that, family. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block you from your goals and success. Bye-bye.